Today I want to make a shorter video with a very powerful message behind it. So we all realize that these ages are building up our future. So what we spend our time on in our 20s is going to dictate how we spend our time in our 30s. And what we build and who we create in our 20s is going to be a big reflection on our 30s and 40s. And you have to work harder in your 30s to create your 40s if you don't make the 20s very vital years of your life. So I want to discuss two topics today: habitual construction and how your feelings really dictate your habits and who you're creating and your future. And it's a very big and powerful topic. So once we all realize these ages are building up our future, what habits we instill now is what kind of habits we'll have or need to break in the future. The more time and the more years that pass that we fully dictate our habits and have our habits dictate our life, it'll be much harder to break in the future and it'll take much longer. So there's this saying: if you're going to spend 10 years of your life being fat, being lazy, being broken, inside, outside, everything is not aligned with who you want to be, you can't spend 1 or 2 years to create that best version of yourself. It'll maybe take another 8 to 10 years of new habits, of building yourself to actually create that person. So once we know that, we have to instill these habits. We know exactly what habits we need to have in our life to create that person we want to be. But why don't we do that? Why don't we fully pursue these habits that we know we should be partaking in every single day? And it's going back to your feelings. So much in our life, our feelings dictate our actions. I don't feel like it, I do feel like it, and that's what we end up doing. Now, one of my big mentors that I pay attention to a lot, he had a very powerful message that really stuck with me. He said, I do not live my life on any kind of feelings. He said, my feelings, they talk to me every single day. And they say, don't go to the gym. Don't do this. Sit down, relax, eat some pizza. They always talk down on what he should be doing. But he said, and this is what really stuck with me. He said, I will drive to the gym as my feelings and as that voice in my head is yelling and screaming at me, don't go to the gym. Have an off day. Have a rest day. He'll be driving and cruising to the gym as that voice is screaming at him not to do it. And there's a big factor that I really want to share with you about that, is that voice is activated when we're in a low frequency zone. So when our frequency is low, we're feeling lazy, we don't want to do it, right? And that's when that voice is activated. But as soon as you go through the workout, go through the motions, get your blood flowing, you become and shift into a whole different person, into a much more powerful, high frequency you. That is the voice that you need to listen to. And 99% of the time, when you finish that workout, when you finish that task that your so-called feelings were yelling, don't do it, sit back, relax, you will feel much better. You'll have a much better self-talk. So have a very strong self-talk. Look at your daily habits and think about, are these daily habits pursuing into my passion and pursuing into the person that I know I want to create? If they're not, you must align with different habits. You must have different habits that shape the 10 out of 10 you. And if you don't do it, you must realize that as the years go by, your habits are going to get worse and they're going to become harder to break. And then your 30s and your 40s are going to be much harder to dictate later years in your life. And what happens in our 30s and 40s? We have kids, we have a family, and those people hold on to us and they know us as the lazy person, as the person that decided not to have the good habits. And then our life becomes so much harder, so much harder to dictate and to change. Change now while you have the chance. While it's just you and one kid, 2 kids, right? While you have it so easy, change now. So later on, you can help much more people, many more people make their change. Much love for all of you. I hope to see you every single Monday on this channel. If this video has helped you out, leave me a like, subscribe. See you every single Monday.